What's going on, people? What is going on? As you already know, man, it is Monday night. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Shut up, Mom. As you already know, your boy, man, My Sports will be here shortly. But while we're waiting on him, go ahead and kick it off with you, man. I am your host, Six Man K Styles, and you are now tuned in to Cooler Talk Monday, exclusively on the Mad My Sports channel. What's happening, everybody? So, let's go ahead and kick this thing off with the real roll call. Get the Birdman hand rub on. And as you already know how we do these roll calls here, the members of these channels get the first shout out of the show. And today's roll call, we're kicking it off with Big Ant in the building. Appreciate you tuning in. That's AFN family right there. 1/55th of the villains. Trust me, a whole lot of them. And we got Mr. Adams Field in the building. Darnell Partridge, appreciate you tuning in. Let's see if we got any more members in here right now. Oh, look like we don't. So let's go ahead and get to the regular roll call as usual. And today's roll call, the second part of it, we're gonna give it to Mr. Pat Norris. We got Joseph Gordon in the building. We got Bubba Gump, Blizz 818, Marquise Brown, Brian Peebles, Nathan Floyd. We got Terry Warren Martin, Jay Diaz, Javaris Clark. We got the therapist, ATL, in the building, another one of our AFN family. ATL Leo, Miss Pamela Johnson. Thank you for tuning in with us. We got Jermaine Johnigan. We got another PR, I guess, Puerto Rican flag, Buenos noches, CC. Rob Banks. We got Keyshawn Vlad. We got Terry Lloyd. We got Mr. 58 Jammerous in the building. Queen Asia. We ain't seen this name in a while. Appreciate you tuning in as well. Let's see. We got Trey Hill, Old Chicken Hauler, Low Ski, Jack Money, Nicholas Dixon, Trey Hill. Let's see. Smooth C78. All right, so let's go ahead and hey, look, it's Mad My Sports on the
Man, please, Lord have mercy, Jesus. I don't know what the hell's going on. I log on to the damn. Go do the rest of that. Do the rest.
Man, goddamn, right? They love you anyway, even though you're on your radio voice right now, bro. So whatever it is.
Oh my God.
So, all right, DJ. Let's go ahead and cut the beat. DJ, you're messing me up. Hold on. Now you done said something. Now you done the virus on my shit to happen.
Bro, I don't know what's going on, man.
I say DJ's supposed to been cut the beat. There you go. Oh my God. All right, cut it. Well, this blooper is sponsored to you by
Bro, I don't know what's going on. Bro, what the hell?
I don't know what's going on. There you go.
Right today.
I'm about to say that blooper was brought to you by the Golden Niggas Incorporated.
Oh man, really?
As we say to them, oh yeah. Oh man, bro, that was funny though. That was funny. I like, bro, how the hell I'm supposed to cut the beat
This
and
stuff
the theme
happened to
freeze
you.
up.
This normally don't happen. I turn on the computer don't want to act right. I switch to one of my phones, that phone don't want to act right. Now I'm on my second phone, and this want to act. So it's like, look, yeah. So I'm just having a wonderful day, y'all. A wonderful day.
It's always a wonderful day when some
But this
BS
normally
start
happens to you. This don't happen to me like not like this.
happening. Man, damn it, it's contagious, and it's contagious in the wrong way. All right.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Brought to you
wow,
by
like
the golden niggas, okay? The golden niggas.
the golden niggas done fuck this thing up again. Okay. So
Oh, God.
hey man, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like I said, y'all caught a little bleeper of a blooper. Um how you want to kick this off, Mike, man? As you already know, the topic of tonight is as far as the 8th pick, and there's been many things coming out about certain players and people's opinions on there. But before we get into that, man, Mike, do you have anything you want to get off your chest right quick before we kick this thing off?
It probably it's not really NFL, but it's something that I've been thinking about lately. Is that I'm
Okay.
seeing a pattern around the NBA, and um and this is sit your goofy ass down. All right, this just goes to NBA fans all over. What the fuck y'all mad at? Like what we mad at? Y'all mad at shit that's been happening to every team in the NBA right now. Has pretty much, I won't say every team. You can say Sacramento, Denver. And outside of them, it's like who's been consistent all year. There hasn't been a single team outside of Sacramento, and that right there is like,
That was an anomaly.
that's an anomaly. And then you got Denver being number one, but everybody else has been up and down. And then I got fans that say, "Man, fuck Trey Young, man, we need to trade him." How the hell you gonna say that when Luka Doncic is literally out? They traded for Kyrie, and then they don't even make the damn playoffs. And then you got the Lakers are an absolute mess. The Clippers are a damn mess. Golden State has been up and down all year. It's like the list goes on and on and on and on. So Joel Embiid still can't get healthy. It's like the NBA is an absolute mess, and we up here mad at one. We still saying the same goofy shit. Trade Trey Young. Who the hell we gonna trade him for? Luka? He didn't even make the damn playoffs, and we talking about trading Trey Young. This guy is in right now. Okay, these guys are playing go in right now. So what are we doing? So this is an early sit your goofy ass down, fans, because look, nobody plays defense, and everybody is an absolute mess right now in the NBA. So that right there goes to the fans all this damn complaining about one particular guy. And it's just like I said, this ain't even this Atlanta Hawks. It's just NBA fans in general. Everybody's a mess, but we want to just point out one particular guy, and that's the issue for me. So sit your goofy down award goes to all the NBA fans.
Okay. But that's gonna kind of lead into the second topic of the night.
Really?
So let's go. Yeah. I thought I'd sneak this one. I thought we'd be a good idea to sneak that in as the second topic, as we gonna talk about this Atlanta Hawks Miami Heat play-in matchup later on into the show. But right now, we're gonna kick this topic off the right way. As we've been seeing around these last few days, and we got the draft coming up here in a couple weeks, and thank God I took them days off because I can't watch the draft and go to work at the same time because
right.
But it's been a whole lot of stuff going on as far as you hearing names such as, okay, now the new narrative now is the Bijan Robinson at 8 pick. as a lot of us Falcon fans have been seeing going around here lately, because name thou shalt it be named over here since that died out. They go
Right.
with this one. And you got Tyree Wilson, these like Tyree Wilson, Christian Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm.
You hearing Devin Weatherspoon. Um, we just gonna kind of talk on the narrative that's been going on around these certain players. But there's one particular name that is very intriguing to me, and it's only for the simple fact that just out of this recency of interviews as far as these prospects, Mr. Paris Johnson Jr. came out and said that his preferred destination is the Atlanta Falcons. Which is kind of weird to me, because especially getting close to the draft, I think he's the first guy to say that. Now, for those that may not know who Paris Johnson Jr. is, he's rated as literally one of the best offensive linemen in this draft. He's really a left tackle, but he's one of those guys that said if he got drafted by the Atlanta Falcons, he's willing to move to left guard and work on that as well. And I wanted to get Mad Mike Sports' perspective on this and what he thinking as far as where this culture of the Falcons is coming up to a point where you're literally, and Tyree Wilson said it too as well, but we've been hearing about it, but we just talking about just recently. How do you feel about what does that tell you about the culture of the Atlanta Falcons and what they're trying to strive for, where you're starting to see a lot of these prospects preferring to play in Atlanta?
Wow. You can hear me well, right?
You might need to cut it up a little bit.
Cut a little. All right. All right. How about that? All right. So.
I'm about to say you was on the 1-800 call collect side of the game.
Yeah, I had my mic on low. I had my mic on low.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't used to having high tech mic. Okay. I think when you start hearing players that want to play for a team that young, that's always a good thing. I think those are the things that you want to hear. You never want to hear a team players don't want to play with you. It's like, all right, I don't like what they're doing up there, but when you start hearing NFL veterans and then you couple that with younger guys, that just shows me that you're on par. That the fans, a lot of the fans are always a couple steps behind and realizing what they're building, because just a fan standpoint who's not necessarily into that deep into football as deep as we are, but they might be slow to it. It's like seeing is believing with them. Like they have to see it in order to believe in what they're doing. So I think I'm speaking to them more than anything. Is like, all right, when you start seeing that, players older and younger, when they start saying stuff about I believe in what they're doing, I came here because they wanted to be a violent defensive lineman, and then you got offensive linemen who are young. These guys ain't even in the NFL and they say things like, "Yeah, I want to play for Atlanta. I would even move to guard to play with these guys." That right there is a sure sign that you have a great coaching staff, and this team is they're building the team the right way.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man, because that's just one of those things where you have to build a program where people want to play at. I mean, it's one thing you can say, well, this is the
Mm-hmm.
NFL, you should come play for me. But you gotta have the want to play here. That's how you bring the best out of players. Like I said, if you bringing in players that's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
boom, boom, I appreciate the opportunity. But when you have guys that want to be here and want to be part of something, um, like you said, this we had to get out the mindset that it's a 1 year, one turnaround fix on everything. A lot of times this thing takes a year,
Mm-hmm.
it takes 2 years. And like you said, year three is really where this season is where you really judging where this regime is, what their direction is. And like you said, by having a lot of these players saying they want to be here, like you said, it's just a plus in the right direction. Um, but yeah, just the opportunity to say I'm willing to play guard. Like I said, I haven't really seen him play too much guard. I don't know if he worked out a lot at guard, but as far as being one of the best tackles in this draft, like I say, it's an intriguing prospect. Um, this, hey, I'm just waiting to see how it go. But let's get to the other one. Now, this is the main guy that we've been hearing all month. Mr. Bijan Robinson, running back out of Texas. Now, and
Boy,
OG
boy,
Sam
boy.
would say he's a running back that does a bad Marshall Faulk impression. That's the type of words he used. Now,
Yeah.
shout out to OG Sam. Um, like I said, we've seen the last couple years with the Atlanta Falcons. They've drafted offense as far as Kyle Pitts, Drake London with the first pick. Now, a lot of the Falcon faithful, like I don't like using the word fans too much, but a lot of the Falcon faithful are anticipating the Falcons going defense this year, just simply because you have a lot of defensive talent up here. Um, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, you got the Tyree Wilsons, you got the Jalen Carters, everybody's kind of expecting to get. Um, you got everybody's loving Christian Gonzalez. But it's the intriguing prospect of drafting another running back. It kind of is a head scratcher, only simply because it's a head scratcher for me. Because I like Bijan Robinson. I like his game. I seen him coming out of high school. I seen him throughout Texas. But the thing about him is Tyler Algier has earned the opportunity. He's actually earned a shot at being the starting running back. Just simply just on last year alone, and him really being like one of the major focal points as far as this offense and being the consistency that this team needed last year. Because you wasn't getting it with Mariota, and because you wasn't getting it with Mariota, you didn't see it from Kyle Pitts like that, and because of that, you didn't see it from Drake London like that. But they needed a consistency outside of Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McGarry, and Tyler Algier was that guy. So, how do you feel about the prospects of Bijan Robinson being drafted at 8?
Well, um, kind of a shameless plug for myself. as well as K Styles. Um, I'm going to do a little bit. I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive in my thinking this year. I wouldn't say thinking, but just with my expectations, um, what I think about players as far as their expectations and what to look for in those guys. I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive. So y'all might want to join that Mad Mike membership. Is 199. All right, just 199. All right, and that's where you're gonna be able to see a lot of my takes and thoughts on specific players, and how I see them, whether they with the Atlanta Falcons or upcoming draft. You're gonna see a lot more personal takes with the like I said, the Man Mike membership is only 199. All right, just I know y'all got $2. I mean, y'all smoke blunts, y'all smoke weed every day. I know y'all got $2. All right, so I'm trying to act like y'all ain't got $2. I know got a lot of smokers up in here right now. They probably sitting right in front of their TV, smoking
He
one
said,
right now, enjoying this show.
he said, if you could buy backwoods, what it said, if you could buy backwoods, you can afford a Mad Mike membership.
Come on, man, my membership. I know I work for Blunt, bro. Come on, I know we work for Blunt a month. It's
See, you
one a
might
month.
look,
So
I'm about to
join
say
the
you
Man
might.
Mike membership. Me with K Style is one blunt a month. That's all it is. One blunt a month. That's all we ask. Okay. So join the Man Mike membership for 199. I know y'all got it. So um that's where you're going to see a lot of takes. And I actually had a take on Bijan Robinson. Um and it stated this that I can see Bijan being drafted by the Atlanta Falcons, um, but only on a circumstance. Like this is the circumstance for me that the Falcons believe in that defensive line, that defensive front. They believe in Calais Campbell. They believe in Ebiketie. They believe in Grady Jarrett. They can get the job done. If they believe in that defensive line and believe what but Ryan Nielsen can do. That we don't need that Ryan Nielsen. Oh my God, he's a bad safety. Woo. But Ryan Nielsen, if we believe in what he can do as a defensive line coach and defensive coordinator, I could see the Falcons saying, "All right, we have a damn good defensive line already. Even if we don't draft the guy, I believe in that defensive line." So with that mindset, they could say to themselves, if we believe in that defensive line, if we believe in what we have on defense, why not draft Bijan Robinson at 8 and have a platoon of running backs that you can change every single week? It could be CP one day, it could be Tyler Algier, it could be Bijan Robinson, and then you couple that with the fact that now you have well, not even now, but you have a guy like Desmond Ritter who can move in the pocket himself. And then for funds and kicks and giggles, we can throw even Felipe Franks at quarterback, put him in, have him do some option runs and stuff. So you can really get fun and creative with that running back. But like I said, even if Tyler Algier have an off game, we still got we got 2, 3 other guys that we can pick from. So now you have Drake London, you have Kyle Pitts, you have John Smith, you have a Scotty Miller in the slot, and you have a nice little offensive. Uh, you have a nice old trio. I would probably even trio, but you have a nice bunch of offensive weapons now with the addition of on Bijan Robinson. But that's only predicated on what Arthur Smith feels about his defense. That'll be the only way. Outside of that, I just don't see how. I don't see how drafting Bijan Robinson even makes sense. They would have to believe in that defense in order for them to draft Bijan Robinson.
Mm. So pretty much what you're saying is if the establishment of the defense is already there, then you could take a chance on another offensive player. Bars.
Right.
Bars.
That's it.
Facts. Flag. Hey, Mike, you got a new member, man. Pick up the pieces.
Jerry Bowie.
Shout out to Jerry Bowie becoming a new member of the Mad Mike Experience. Yes, sir. Appreciate he definitely appreciates you on that. Hold on. Let me see. Nathan Floyd here said Perry Johnson played 768 snaps at right guard in 2021, 0 sacks allowed, 1 quarterback hit, 13 hurries. So he does have experience at guard. Okay, that's very intriguing right there. But
yeah, that really is.
That intrigues me just a little bit. Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson, to me, he kind of reminds me of Adrian James. I won't necessarily say Marshall Faulk, because Marshall Faulk was kind of a smaller back who was versatile like that. But he kind of reminds me of Adrian James in a way. Because like for those that didn't watch the Peyton Manning Colts going up, one of the key factors of that team was Adrian James and his ability to not only run but be effective in the pass game and being able to block. Now, I wouldn't be opposed to the idea of a Bijan Robinson if you didn't have it. Like I said, if Tyler Algier really didn't have the season that he had now. Southside said it earlier as far as let me go ahead and put it back up. I had it up. He's a starting running back at Algier. Like I said, I'm just because if you're drafting a running back that high at 8, eventually you're going to have to push Tyler Algier out the door. Like I said, like I said, for me, like I want to reward the guys that persevere through the bullshit that this team has gone through. Like I say, if this was any other time, if there was no Tyler Algier and this was the Mike Davis running back room from 2 years ago, where he ran 2 inches of carry, he needs some Viagra every time he runs the football. I'll be
wow, not the Viagra. Hey.
I'd be opposed to it. But like I said, I like Bijan. Like you draft Bijan, like I said, you're gonna have to take carries away from Tyler Algier because they both kind of work the same way, but Bijan has that versatility that a lot of people love, just being able to be that guy who can run up the middle, who can run the stretch zone. He's a guy that can line up in the slot and pass protect and catch. Like I said, that's a hell of a weapon to have. But the one thing we've learned about Arthur Smith the last few years is, as much as it would be good to draft a guy like that at 8, is it really is that really picking of value? Because what we're looking at here is the talent pool between Bijan Robinson and the next running backs. Like, you kind of expect Bijan Robinson to go within the top 10 of this year's draft. When you look at the other running backs, the gap is like this, where you see mid-second round. Like, it may be a surprise another first-round running back getting drafted, but it's the gap is like so wide. And that's what got everybody more so intrigued with him. But I can tell you right now, for as much as you can get for Bijan Robinson, who you're like I said, picking him at 8, he's going to have to be the majority carrier. He's going to, like I said, you're going to have to get him those 20, 25, 30 touches a game. You can't get him 30 touches a game and then give Tyler Algier 25 touches a game. Because Tyler Algier is one of those guys where it's kind of like Derrick Henry in a way, where the more he runs, the more effective he gets later on in the game. So if he's not running as much, he's not as effective. That's what a bowling ball does. Look at the Samoan sleeve. Let you know what kind of mindset he has. But that's my only thing about it, man. Like I said, you can't, like, Bijan Robinson is a running back that you cannot only give 15 touches a game to. And at the point, you don't draft a running back that high just to give him 15 touches a game. That guy going to have to get at least 30. Hold on. I had the phone sway for a second. I guess Mad Mike Sports that I guess Dirk Cutter to kicked his ass out the lobby again. So I'm gonna go and get a few of these comments right here and answer some of these comments. Let's see. Jet Black. I believe Dallas would trade up to get Bijan.
I don't know if I believe. I don't know about that. I think they learned their lesson with Zeke.
I think the biggest difference with that is because now that Dallas is more so of a passing attack team now, and that's where the direction that they're going. Like I said, and then you got the re-signing of Tony Pollard. Like I said, we don't know. I have no idea how this is going to play out. Let's see. Get some more of these.
There's a lot of interesting questions in here.
Running back by committee. So what's the problem? Both could get 15 plus. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not drafting a running back 8th overall to only get 15 touches a game. I'm just going to keep it real. Mike, you drafting a running back to only get 10, 15 touches a game?
Hell no. What am going to do that for? Look, that's just like you get half a sandwich, I got half a sandwich. Hell no, I don't have no fucking sandwich. I want the whole damn thing.
Hey, look, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Y'all willing to pay $25 for half a steak?
Man, you crazy as hell.
Nah, you draft Bijan Robinson at 8, bro. He's gonna have to get 25, 30.
It comes with a stigma with that also. It's like people think just all right, you drafting a guy and here's this. No, if you draft a guy, that's an investment. Wow. You have to invest in him. So even if he doesn't perform well, you're gonna have to say, all right, this is the guy that we chose to be a mainstay on our team. So you invest in him by putting players around him. So you can't pay a Tyler Algier. You can't play some offensive linemen that aren't good in the running game. You would have to pay. I mean, in the passing game, you would have to pay offensive linemen that are good in the running game because you want to make sure that that investment in Bijan Robinson goes through. And then if it goes through, it goes well. Guess what? You're gonna have to pay him even more money. So it's not even just the draft. Like it's not even just the drafting him because I think he's a great player. But we've seen with Saquon Barkley, just like yeah, he's a great player, but I'm not willing to pay him no $15 million a year every single year, especially if he gets hurt again. That investment, that the long term investment for a running back now just isn't worth it because the game has changed so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like you said, it's just one of those things where, like you said, it's. I'm about to say, Mike, I have a question for you, and I want to get to the next guy. I have a question for you. The last running back that got drafted in the top 10 that you can remember.
In the top 10,
Mm-hmm.
just for us, or just in
I'm just saying, just in general. Because the last one I can kind of
top 10.
remember
Ooh.
in the top 10, I think the last one I remember is a Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley.
I'm trying to think. Like in the top 10 in general, not
Yeah,
the
just in
first
top
top
10.
10.
Ooh. That's a good question because I have no idea. Um, I want to say no, not even Green Bay.
I can't think. I'm talking about since
Oh,
Saquon Barkley.
oh no. What about Cook from Minnesota? Was he drafted in the first? He wasn't the top
Nah,
10.
he was a second round pick. He was in the second round. Because remember that
Todd
was the
Gurley. Todd Gurley. That's like that
Todd
was a
Gurley
few
was
years
top
back.
10. That was top 10. That was right
15.
around that.
Yeah, I
That was
think he
10.
was 9. Was he 9?
10.
I think
Yeah,
he was 10.
Dalvin Cook was a second round. Well, Zeke is another one. Zeke.
So it really hasn't been a lot of
It
them.
hasn't
I
been a
mean,
lot. But the reason why I'm saying that too is like if you look at both of those guys, see now Tony Pollard has kind of come out of the woodworks and kind of been that number 2 for Zeke.
right.
That's been a guy that they got in the later rounds. But the thing about it is they waited so long to
Yeah.
get that running back 2 for him and get those 315 carries a season he was getting, wear his ass out. And now
I'd
we got
rather,
Zeke out here looking for another goddamn job.
yeah, I'd rather just get 4 years and then this sounds so bad. Wear his ass down for 3 years and then like be searching for
Yeah.
a
Leonard
new
Fournette was another one. Christian McCaffrey. Yeah.
LT. Yeah, I mean LT was way about damn 20 some years ago.
You're right. Right. But like you said, it's just one of those things is if you value, like I said, is how much do you value Tyler Algier?
Jerome, let me get this real quick right there. It's not collusion, it's just the facts. Running backs don't have a long shift in the NFL. You go back and look at Jim Brown, it was literally about 5 years of dominance if you really look at his career before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Like even OJ Simpson, these guys had like 5-6 years of domination. So it's not collusion at all. Just go do your research. I always ask people to go look at the research. Look at the numbers. The numbers tell you everything. These guys did not play long. Like AP is a damn an anomaly.
That's an anomaly right there.
You're not
LT
gonna,
was a damn anomaly.
mm-hmm.
Well, actually, around that time, let me see. No, think about around that time. Let me see. Because we talking about 2000, you talking about LT.
Fred Taylor, like those guys had
Red
5,
Taylor,
6 years.
Marshawn Lynch. I mean, you had plenty of them, but the issue that comes down with this comment right here as well is it's not with it's not the owners that blackball the running back position. It's the game itself. It's the media itself. It's
Right.
the fan base and what they feel is important on the football field. Like I said, if you value the passing game and 5,000 passing seasons more than really running the ball like that, then the running back position becomes irrelevant in a way. Which is kind of interesting that the offensive line, the running backs, the punters, the kickers, the long snappers are all the irrelevant positions as far as when it comes to the public perception. But those positions that are normally solidified are usually the ones that help win championships. I'm just saying. And hell, as Falcon fans, we should damn know Devontae Freeman had 2 good years and was absolute bullshit after that. Kevin Coleman had 1 good year. He was bullshit after that.
So it's not collusion. Like I said, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And if you looking from the inside out and you just like, all right, say without looking at the numbers, you can come to just like that conclusion. It's like, all right, it seems like it's collusion, but when you really analyze it, it really isn't. Running backs just don't have a long shelf life, and they don't have value like that, like they used to, like you were saying.
Yeah, early 2000s, like I said, early 2000s and before, the running backs have it. I could say the 2010s, early, I say like from 2012 on back, running backs kind of had the value like that. But it was like once you started seeing guys like Chris Johnson starting falling off a little bit, Adrian Peterson started falling off a little bit. Now the running back positions become far and far. Look what happened to Le'Veon Bell. That motherfucker, that motherfucker one of the best running backs in the league. He held out and found out he wasn't worth a damn.
See, Jew a little bit more vicious than I am.
Yeah, Jew, like I said, Jew's philosophy. And shout out to Jew Talk Sport. His damn philosophy. This is the philosophy he came up with as soon as we started this damn show. My philosophy is draft a running back every year.
Yeah, see, Jew a little bit more ruthless than I am. I give him 2 years, maybe 3. Jew like draft one every year.
Right. Exactly. Now, there's some running backs in this draft, too. Like, if they don't go the Bijan Robinson route, there is some running backs that you can bring in here that can give – he may not give you the star power of a Bijan Robinson, but he can give you enough value to where, like I said, the backfield can equal up what Bijan Robinson gets you, and it'll be fresher. Like you said, Jahmyr Gibbs is a good one. Sean Tucker, Tajay Spears, Devon A-Chain. Like I said, you got guys like this out here. What's the dude from it's the one it's the one Ant told us about. Keaton Mitchell. That's another dude.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Deuce Vaughn is the one to keep an eye out on too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say these Falcons this year have been paying a lot close attention to that Kansas City State team. That Kansas State team. They've been looking at a lot of Kansas State players.
Yeah, dude got he really intriguing. He got that quote unquote NFL body too.
Shit, that motherfucker midget back there.
That
motherfucker Deuce Vaughn is 5'5", 170 pounds. That's Darren Sproles right there.
He again, that's that NFL body. You see a lot of running backs. The one for Patriots, James White.
Right.
Because you can't see those guys in the backfield. Those are the perfect running backs, especially today when you got guys that are like 6'6", 6'7", you can barely see those guys. It's like if you
Mhm.
look at even the running back with Kansas City,
Mhm.
whose name escapes me right.
Uh,
Pacheco, I don't know how
yeah,
to say it.
Isaiah Pacheco.
They looking at those types of running backs because, like I said, those guys are hard to see, and that's that prototypical NFL body running backs. Like if you the prototypical running backs, everybody think it's this one particular prototypical running back, but it's not. You look at Barry Sanders, he was low compact. Barry Sanders is probably barely 5'8". Like he's
Yeah,
bad, he's
he was
about
like
5'8".
5'8", 200.
Mm-hmm. That's a prototypical size for a running back. Everybody think you gotta be 6'2" and 250, and like that is true, but those smaller backs that you can't see in the backfield, the small compact.
Mhm.
Jaquiz Rogers another one. So like
Yeah,
those are the prototypical running backs. Even Ward Dunn, he was about 5'8".
5'9",
Mm-hmm.
178. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That those were guys that those were just shifty guys. And like I said, Deuce Vaughn is a very interesting one. And I know Keyshawn Vlad been talking about Deuce Vaughn for a while now. And I
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
take a look. And like you said, somebody that you can't see in the backfield on them screenplays is a deadly weapon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
As Falcon fans,
Oh
we
yeah.
should know about goddamn
Yeah.
Darren Sproles.
Yeah.
them motherfuckers looking like, wait a minute, where he at? He 20 yards down the field, like, God damn it, I didn't see him.
All right.
But yeah, man. A Bondaconda from Pittsburgh is
I
another
ain't even
one that's
trying to say
pretty
that
good
shit.
too.
I'm gonna call
What's
that
that?
motherfucker Owema Wade. That's his name, Owema Wade.
We mow it. Oh, we mow it. Oh, we mow it. Oh, we mow
Wait.
it. Like I said, like I'm very high on Jahmyr Gibbs. Like I said before, like I said, I'm like Tajay Spears, like Devon A-Chain. I'm really high on my damn self. Sean Tucker, like I said, Sean Tucker, Chase Brown. And don't be surprised if you see somebody come up with some damn. And as I'm naming these names, I want y'all to go see them for yourself. Like I said, don't take my word for it. Y'all go and watch them yourself. Of course, So, like I said, it's a lot of running back prospects out here to where if they don't draft the Bijan Robinson, it ain't the end of the damn world.
Right. It's a lot of good running backs.
Tell Sports a game with the $4.99 super chat says. It says, for some reason, I can't see where the membership's at, but supporting AFN Mad Mike Sports.
You probably it's probably because you have to like if you're not subscribed, you got to make sure you subscribe. And YouTube actually changed the way things. So if you can't see the membership, it's because you're not subscribed to the channel.
Right.
So you have to hit that subscribe button in order to see the join membership.
Right. Yeah, Eric Gray is another one. I guess they laughing at the meme the Lion King.
I ain't even trying to say that shit. I can't say that shit.
Oh, but
I'm about to sprain my tongue trying to figure out how to say that shit.
See. Okay, so we got about 10 more minutes. Okay, we're gonna get 10 more minutes to one more prospect. Now I heard. Okay, so I've seen. Okay, I want to give a shout out to Myles Garrett because he did a mock draft on this. This is just recently.
Wow, that's my bro. That's my bro.
And one of his tweets was, "Hey, don't at me or don't get mad at me."
Oh man!
But his 8th overall pick was very interesting to me, and it was Luca Van Ness, and we've heard this name a lot coming down the pike as well.
Yeah.
I
got an interesting take on this one too. You already know, kid. You already know. We talked about this. Yeah.
Go
This is the
ahead,
first time we
get
sharing
it.
it with y'all. This is the first time we sharing it with y'all.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, kick it off. Go ahead, kick it off, man.
So, don't get mad at me when I say this, man. All right, y'all. It's not the way it comes out, all right? But
Oh hell, you know some shit about to come behind this. Hold
yeah,
on. Let me get my Weeble Wobble goddamn popcorn ready. Go ahead, Mike. The hell you
look, I'll just be real, man. Let's keep it real.
Hold on. Let's get my bat of justice out here.
Yeah.
What the hell we doing?
Look, let's keep it real, man. Ain't no way in hell Falcons fans are gonna be down with that. Ain't no way Falcons fans are gonna be down was a white guy from Iowa. You ain't never heard of him. He don't look apart. He don't dress apart. And his name is Lucas Van Ness.
Bro,
Keep it real. They will riot in the streets if they look at a big country white boy, okay? Who ain't, and this, you gotta keep in mind that we have a certain fan base in Atlanta that just can't get over a certain black quarterback. So picture them looking at Lucas again. This man is named Lucas Van Ness. I didn't make this up. How are you going to explain to Falcons fans that Lucas Van Ness has been taken at the 8th overall pick? And Jew made a video on it, and I actually agree with the idea of drafting Lucas Van Ness. But I think, man, he gonna get booed out of the city. I think he gonna get booed out of the state of Georgia if we take him at 8. I don't think they're gonna like that at all. We might as well draft Will Levis at 8 if we're gonna do something like that.
boy, don't do that. Please, for the love of God, don't do that. Oh Lord. Boy, we gonna be going down to Mercedes Benz with picket signs and shit like Will we like, boy, you gonna get the damn Black Panthers out there protesting in front of the damn stadium. You get Will Levis.
Mm-hmm. I like him. I do like Lucas Van Ness because he plays hard. I think he has that JJ White type of he just doesn't give up, and those types of guys are infectious. But I don't know how you're gonna sell Lucas Van Ness to this fan base.
You can sell it. I just don't think he's worth picking that high. Mm-hmm. Now, if this was one of those things where if they'd have traded back and got him in the middle of the first round, I think the fan base, I think the fan base would probably be more down with that.
Yeah, I can see that.
If they traded down and got a Lucas Van Ness maybe around 17, 18 to 20, mm-hmm. I think they'd be down with that. At 8, nah, it's gonna be a full-blown riot out here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bean pies getting thrown at folks. The Nation of Islam gonna come out. You gonna have look.
I guess that's what I'm worried about. Just like looking at Lucas Van Ness, like look, they probably can't even spell the name and then try to that was so fucked up what I did.
Yeah, and the problem with him too is because he's not a starter. He's
not a starter. He's not. Yeah.
If anybody remembers Alden Smith, this is essentially the same type of like role that he played at Iowa. He was the spark plug pass rusher. Jew Talk Sports, and shout out to Brother Jew, 1/3 of the heavy hitters, initially said that Lucas Van Ness remind him of Trey Hendrickson. This was months ago. This was like a month ago. He said this. So
I like him, but yeah, that's what I mean. It's like selling him for that 8th overall pick. They're gonna be looking at him like, yeah, bro, you tripping. The 8th overall pick? Yeah.
Yeah, 8th overall, you can't sell that.
Yeah.
Mid first round, you can sell that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. So But yeah, like I said, he's never started a game, so that's kind of that kind of got people a little bit more like, I don't know, is he a full-time guy? Is he just a part-time? Is he a situational rusher? Like I said, and that's what got people looking like, I don't know.
Mhm.
Like I said, you see the effort guy, you see him being an effort guy, you see a bull rush. Like I said, you don't really see too many moves that he got. He's not polished, let's just say that.
Yeah.
Like his game is all effort.
Mm-hmm.
He a hockey player, so you know how they are. They do anything by any means necessary. That's his game.
If you got to kick him over in the nuts, he'll do it. That's he is.
Yeah. He'll bite the motherfucker fingers off to get past the guy if he needed to.
And I like it. But I don't know how you sell that at 8. That's what I mean.
Right. Right. So, like I said, it's just one of those things where if you're getting a guy like that, he's not necessarily, like I said, do not expect him to be fully polished right away, but that's going to be one of those project guys where it's like, okay, I can see the potential, but I just know that right now it's not finished. He needs some working on, dude. That's kind of how Troy Anderson is. Troy Anderson is the same way. You see it, but you got to put some more seasoning on that so you can get it right.
I had a joke for it, but I'm gonna let it pass.
Not the raisins in the potato salad joke, bro. We can't do that right now. Nah, bro. No. We need some seasoning. Even the raisins ain't seasoning. But nah, like I said, to pick him over.
We sound racist today. That's not what I said.
No, that technically no, because that's actually the truth. It's going like it was already kind of hard to sell Troy Anderson as a second round pick. But that motherfucker was on the Robotron side of the game on the field.
Yeah, you couldn't help but.
Yeah, you see it. See, just like this question here, Keon White or Van Ness? I'm more so on the Keon White because I've actually watched him. So I know more about Keon White than I do Van Ness. And Keon White, he's one of those super senior position switch players.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like a cheaper version of Tyree Wilson. And like I said, I could actually like I'm kind of a bigger fan of Keon White than I am Van Ness. I do like Van Ness, but I'd rather have Keon White.
I just like his physical stature and how he plays. Like I said, I've seen how he plays, watching tick.
Yeah.
He's just a lot more physical, and I think he's actually perfect for what the Falcons are doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I could take that. Hold on, wait a minute. I saw something. Oh Lord, look at it. Who remembers when we had Keith Brook and Matt Stewart, Patrick Kearney, Brady Smith? Don't forget Travis Hall. Don't forget Mark Seminole too.
Lord.
Boy, they had them all back there. But they were good though. Like I said, them Falcons defense with those guys were pretty good though. So like you said. Like I said, Keith Brooklyn couldn't cover worth a damn, but he damn sure was gonna hit you. Matt Stewart, he didn't specialize in anything, but you knew he gave you effort out there. Kearney, we already knew what the fuck he was. He was a beast. Brady Smith was a beast. Travis Hall was good. Shit. Like I said, Chris Draft was good. Like I said, Ray Buchanan, we got the best out of him. like his last like few years in Atlanta before he got traded, before he went down Oakland. Yeah, them defenses weren't bad at all. Them actually was some pretty good defenses. Yeah, because Patrick Kearney averaged about 12, 13 sacks a year. Yeah, that was pretty damn good defense.
Yeah, like I said, I'm only saying that because, like I said, like the NFL, especially now with the draft, is all about selling to the fans. That's the thing. It's like you can't draft an offensive lineman anymore without him sticking out some sort of way. The reason why we drafted Chris Linton because he was the best rated offensive lineman in the draft at guard, and then you got Caleb McGeary. He just looked like a big, hungry, hog tied. Like
All Brock Lesnar type country boy.
It's easy.
No. Remember, we got one of those coming out in the draft this year. He ain't got no fronts. So we gotta remember that.
Yeah.
He stands out. He ain't got no fronts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to sell those types of guys. But like Lucas Van Ness trying to I don't like I said, and if you look at him and say he didn't start, I don't know how you're gonna win over the fans by saying, all right, this guy didn't start. He was a situational pass rusher. And you're gonna take him with the number L. I don't know. The fans not gonna like that type of stuff. They not gonna be down with it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Hold on, my bad. I'm sitting here looking at stuff as well. So like I said, we just wanted to go over that little part of it. Just letting y'all know that the story of this portion of the show is Falcons got options.
Mm-hmm.
We don't damn know where they're gonna go. All we can go is speculation stories of who they looking at and who's visiting and trying to get a grasp on what we think may happen. Like I said, they just recently visited with Will Levis. Oh, for God's sakes. And Jackson Nigma Smith, however the hell you say his name, Jax. We're gonna call him Jackson. Yeah, Jackson from Ohio State. Like I said, it's wide open. So I think is that all? Hey, Mike, that's all you got on the Falcons? That's all you got?
Yeah. Probably. I wanted to get your take on the possibility of Hendon Hooker being drafted in the first round.
Just in general.
Yeah, I don't think people really heard your take on that.
Oh, Hendon Hooker. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, I know the ACL injury. I know that's gonna take teams back. They'd be like, why would I draft a quarterback that just came out of an ACL injury? He, to me, is one of the wild cards of the first round. Mm-hmm. He can make all the throws. Like I said, he can process pretty well. At times, he like you can kind of tell with having Jalen Hyatt. He got too comfortable with trying to get him the ball so often, so he was forcing it to him, and he was looking one way. But if you look at that, and that's really kind of the only knock that I have on him. Like outside of him being able to make all the throws, he's a big kid. You know, he's athletic enough to where he can make plays. He's not reliant on it, but he's looking more so to throw the football down the field more so than run. As far as compared to the other quarterbacks in the draft, his ceiling ain't. I think he's closer to his ceiling than the rest of the other guys, but he is a reliant. He can be a reliant quarterback in the right system.
Yeah.
Of course, outside over here talking shit. I said I thought we didn't like.
Man, don't worry about what
He said we didn't like 25-year-old quarterback on this show. That's if anybody don't know what that is, that's a Stetson Bennett goddamn jab at Mike.
heard of that. I don't know what you're talking about. Never heard of him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big gamble, but being drafted in the first round is a big gamble. I think the earliest he may go is probably like mid to late second round. Just to a team that may be like, okay, we just got a few years, boom. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Like it'd be like a team like I just say it like that. It'd be probably a team like the Tennessee Titans. They may look at a guy like that. I don't want to throw the other team I'm thinking that maybe look at it like that because I'm trying to get away from that conversation as it is all together.
That's why I'm glad you didn't say it because I was gonna let it roll.
See, everybody's saying it in the chat right now. I'm just leaving it at that.
Yeah, but
yeah. Who's another team that I could definitely see? But I said Washington may be another team that may take a chance on. I think if they go quarterback, I think most likely they'll get a guy like a Tanner McKee. I don't know. But yeah, he's one of the more intriguing quarterbacks as far as that guy that's on the borderline first round, second round guy. See, now one of my favorite quarterbacks in this draft is Dorian Thompson-Robinson. That's one of my favorite quarterbacks in this draft. Like I said, he kind of reminds me of Kyler Murray, but the attitude on the field is a lot different. You can tell he's been through some shit.
Yeah, little man complex.
But I'm about to say that's all I got on that, man. We can elaborate on that a little bit more. Kind of caught me off guard with that a little bit, but so you want to go ahead and get into the second part of the show?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, so y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get into this little intermission here, and we about to go ahead and get you to the second part of the show. All right, so hey, let's go ahead and do it. All right. As y'all already see the background change coming into effect, as you already know, this is a new concept we are doing over here. This is a multi-show, which is we're going to give you 2 shows for the price of 1.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and kick this Atlanta Hawks talk for the night. As we already know, the Atlanta Hawks play-in starts tomorrow against the Miami Heat. Now, as we recently just saw yesterday, the Atlanta Hawks lost to Boston Celtics 120-114. And what I like to call the 3-point shootout of the century, because goddamn, how the hell 2 teams combined for 93-point attempts? Bro, ain't no way.
Well, I don't know what we doing.
But I don't know what the hell that is. But I want to get your take as far as what do you think about this matchup, and do you think the Hawks, almost said Falcons for a second, do you think the Hawks have a chance at it?
Um, anytime you have two players like, well, I want to say this first. I think CC definitely is one of the most underrated players that of the last 5 years or so, and that's probably a little bit. I'm just being safe with that. And Clint Capella, I think he's one of the most underrated players in the NBA because his value to a team, it's like it just it's through the roof, and that's why he makes about 50-60 million dollars a year. Because he does what you're supposed to do. He's this new generation's Dennis Rodman. He block shots, play defense, get rebound. Every once in a while you ask him to, catch an alley oop, and hopefully it hit one of the two free throws. Much like Dennis Rodman. But I think he's one of the most underrated players in the NBA. So you got CT right there. And you got a guy like Trey Young. It's like this dude is a walking 30 and 10. Just automatic, he can give you that. Then you got another star in DeJounte Murray. Is that he's another guy can give you 20 and 10 himself at any given night. But the issue with me hasn't necessarily been whether or not these guys score or whether or not these guys can play solid defense. I don't expect defense out of the NBA anymore. I don't like that's something I still don't understand why people still be upset. We'll be saying just give them effort. It's like ain't nobody giving no damn effort. So why the hell even? It's like why even keep saying that? You know you ain't gonna get effort from people, especially the guys that's not their specialty. I don't know why because the guys not gonna do that. Not gonna give you So I say all that to say this: bitch ass referee, they gonna fuck us over. They don't like Trey. They allow Miami to beat up on Trey all the damn time. It don't even it don't matter if it's a playoff game or regular season game. They just it's like the Jordan rules. It's like Detroit playing against Michael Jordan. It's like Detroit playing against the Lakers. Detroit playing. They just allow Miami to just have their way with Trey, and the calls are never on our favor. So I'm gonna just be honest. I have no confidence in these refs to get it right. I will absolutely be amazed if they actually called a decent game and didn't start with the bullshit. But I know the Hawks. I know for a fact that the Hawks can beat Miami. It's just always an issue. Other refs gonna allow them to just beat up on Trey, and we can't do the same. That's my thing. They can always beat up on us, but when we do the same thing, John Collins end up with 5 fouls. CC Clint Capella always end up with 5 fouls. All our big men be fouling out, but they guys are always. So that's my thing.
Well, as we already know, the one thing that's been plaguing these Hawks this year is the three ball. Now, I want to kind of take the refs out of this because I want to kind of focus more so on the matchup itself. Like I said, we already know there's some shit that could possibly happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think with this matchup, it's just going to come down to one. It's going to come down to two players in this matchup, and can they be the tone setters as far as helping propel the Hawks over Miami in this play-in? And that's your two fours. John Collins.
Oh my God.
Onyeka Okongwu.
That's crazy. I was trying to do that if you Pay
I
attention.
mean, I mean, you could say that, but like I said, at the end of the day, man, if we looked at what happened last year, where we lost in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
We lost with the physicality. And I think with Okongwu, with him getting the confidence that he's been getting this year, could pay a lot more dividends against Miami this time around because he's confident. Like you said, he has a little bit more confidence in his offensive game. He's not, like I said, you see him hit a few jump shots here and there, but the thing about it is he's playing close to the paint. That's where his role is.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, DeJounte Murray gives you another guard. He gives you a bigger guard that's willing to slash and give you the mid-range game. But like I said, it's just gonna have to come down. Can they match the physicality and the mindset of the Miami Heat? Because you know the Miami Heat gonna come out here and try to bully the hell out the Hawks.
Yep.
Like I said, you don't have a Solomon Hill type of player on this team where they'd be like, okay, you ain't got a goon enforcer on this Hawks team. So this is a young team. Miami got some goons over there. And we seen one of their goons actually pull a 20-point game out of his ass this past weekend in Udonis Haslem. That's one of their goons. He don't play often, but they take on his mindset. Then you got Kyle Lowry, flippity floppy looking ass out there too. But they go as far as the attitude of a Udonis Haslem. And where the Hawks are going to definitely have to match the match, they're going to have to match them. Not only in, it's just that fight. This is going to be a fight. If they punch you, you got to punch them back.
Mm-hmm.
If the Hawks fall in love with the 3 too early and they not making them and they still fall in love with it, Hawks going to get their ass blown out the water.
Out of the water, yeah.
King Quest said, what's the over-under Kyle Lowry flops in this game? The over-under in flops is, I'm going to say about 8. He'll probably flop about 5 times in the first half.
Yeah. Talking about he playing excellent defense. That fat one was just
man, you know what? I had a joke right there. I'm not even gonna tell that joke, bro. Good God. I'm about to say Kyle Lowry out here trying to look like he out here trying to look like a bad bitch. It ain't working for him. Nah, but for real, man, it ain't like if they get away, like I said, if they able to control the paint, if they are not so reliant on the 3 ball, but I think the Hawks can win this game easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they play intelligent ball. That's not another thing too. But like I said, I know the Hawks are a team that can play some damn good defense, but they just more rebounding, and I want them to avoid it. But since we there, John Collins got a and a bitch. All right, that's the big soft ass bitch. I just hate to see it. The dude coochie wetter than anything I ever seen in my fucking life.
Oh no.
That's not even a good thing, okay? Dude plays like a straight up bitch. He don't want to rebound. He don't want to get dirty in the paint outside of a dunk. And that's one of the main reasons why if you look at a lot of the Hawks losses is because they're getting dominated in the paint. A lot of their issues have been they don't dominate the paint. And I tell people all the time, it's like the new defense of the NFL has just turned into whoever rebounds. If you rebound the best, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna win. It's like 9 times out of 10 when you look at teams that win in the NBA, they out rebound other teams. So it's like I'm gonna need, if I don't care about John Collins scoring 10 or 20 points, I need to see game after game him having at least 10 rebounds plus. If we can get that from him, I know what we can get from Kongwu. I know what we can get from CC. The Hawks will be fine. I know a lot of people probably saying, "Man, well, Trey, man, if he just stop being so, aggressive all the time and he just take care of the ball." No, that's not what you want from your superstar. I hate to tell y'all, and I hate to say it like that. And a lot of people but superstars turn the ball over. If you look at every superstar in the league, all of them have high turnover margin. That
Yeah, I
bull
forgot.
plus bull. Look, get rid. They need to get rid of that goofy ass shit. That's another thing about the NBA. That plus minus bullshit. What the fuck that is?
Hold on. Let hold on. Since you said that, let's look at the definition. Let's see.
Hate that damn.
Plus minus is a sports statistic measure used to measure a player's impact on the game, represented by the difference between their team's total scoring versus their opponents when the player is in the game. That made absolutely no sense at all.
Bro, like I said,
look. If you want to simplify it, just say is how many points the team scored and give up based on what the players on the floor is. But like you said, as far as the superstars turn the ball over, I forgot. I actually seen a stat. Like majority of the superstars in this league have an average of, like you said, 4 to 5 turnovers a game. So it's pretty common. Why yo? Hey look. So you telling me that if Jalen Johnson plays 5 minutes and has a plus minus of plus 15, that said he had a great game in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes, little crap, man.
Yeah, basically those that don't know what plus minus mean is basically the point differential of the team as far as scoring compared to giving up points. Is all the whatever players in the game. Like I said, if Jalen Johnson playing 6 minutes in the game, his team, when he's on the court, the Hawks score 10 points, but they only give up 4 points when he's in the game. His plus minus is going to be plus 6, which is considered pretty good. But it'd be pretty good for the minutes that he played. Now, if you play 40 minutes, your team could be up by 10.
Right.
But a guy that plays, like I say, 35 minutes, we use Trae Young, for example. If Trae Young plays 35 minutes in the game, even though the Hawks are up by 10, his plus minus might be like -8 or something like that. Yeah, look. So it's the QBR of the NBA. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's the QBR of the NBA.
Is that it? Oh boy.
And like I said, that's like a metric used for the NBA. It's crazy as hell because a lot of times you got these high usage players. A lot of these high usage players ain't gonna have no plus 45 and plus minus. D. Coleman said that shit is bullshit. If your teammates get cooked, your rating goes down. And that's the thing. If your teammate is getting his ass honey roasted barbecued out there, your plus minus ratio gonna get affected. So I can play great defense on my guy scores no points at all. But if my teammate is giving up 9 points in a row, now I'm already -9 in the plus minus.
Bro, come on, man.
I'm like, bro, this is some bullshit. But so you think so you saying that if John Collins play like a big man, the Hawks have a good chance of winning?
Yeah, I really believe that. It comes down to big man being big man in situations like this. And like the playoffs is gonna be tough for defense, but it comes down to effort when you're playing the best of the best. And I'm just gonna need John to be John because again they're gonna be calling a lot of things. They may let a lot of things go, but if you rebound, you can get over those issues. But it all comes down with effort. I just need to be able to see John. I don't care if he averaging 6 points a game. I need to see 10 rebounds.
Yeah, that is true. See, it's these metrics. So I'm looking up plus minus ratio.
This is what happened when you get Elvin the Chipmunk a fucking a degree and say, all right, basketball guy.
Right. But I want to get one more thing off my chest. And we talked about it earlier. What happened to the chosen one? The chosen one of basketball?
Oh, Lord. The motherfucker probably choked on the goddamn sandwiches on him.
If you don't know who I'm talking about, the chosen one in basketball, I'm talking about old Luka Doncic. You know, he was conveyed as being Luka legend before he took his first dribble in the NBA. Apparently, they talk about the Dallas Mavericks talking about they are concerned that he may possibly look for a trade in 2024.
Of course he is.
But but the thing is, I thought he was supposed to be next in line to LeBron James, the way that they've been going at it.
Oh, he's next in line. They ain't lying about that.
You said they next to Lion.
They ain't lying about that. I think he got that's definitely on par.
Mm-hmm.
If it's anybody he reminds me of, it's him.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm not just talking about his game. I'm talking about attitude and how he conducts himself off the court. Like he don't really care about what the team is doing. It's about all right, how I'm gonna make Luka look better. That's the same mentality LeBron gets, and he gets so much praise for doing that. But it's like that's not like not everybody gonna want to tie all those assets into making. We seeing that with the Lakers now. Not everybody want to take all them assets and it's like make sure LeBron happy. And I think that's the thing with Luka. Luka is not LeBron, and teams are looking at him like, I don't know if I want to invest in you like that because you will end up getting hurt. And your ass will be headed to goddamn Saskatchewan or some shit like that while we're struggling.
Right. But I think Marquise, he came here, he said Kyrie happened to Luka. No. Because the major thing they said about all last couple years was if Luka had a superstar playing with him, they go to the next level. The issue is in order to get Kyrie, you got rid of all the motherfuckers that play defense.
Ding, 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 ding. That's it.
You got rid of all the guys that play defense.
I believe,
Like I said, Dorian Finney-Smith. Like I said, you got these guys, and then like you said, you got Mark Cuban out here blaming folks' daddies for him not pulling the damn trigger on the deal that he could have made.
That's another thing too.
Yeah. So it ain't Kyrie's fault. It's like I said, it's the way the team got constructed. Once this, like I said, once you got Kyrie, that's not Kyrie's fault. Shit, that's the motherfucking Dallas Mavericks' fault. You get rid of a lot of your role players that play defense. Now you got a team that can play one-on-one basketball, but motherfuckers are lethargic on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, that's the best way to hide players that are defensive, that has deficiencies on defense, is you got to have those role players that play defense.
Yeah, you got rid of pretty much all of it
in
order to get Kyrie.
Right. And you got this battle going on where you have Kyrie, who's a guy that's used to having the ball in his hand and play made. Then you got Luka, who's the same way. Kyrie does it one way, Luka does it another way. But if they both are not really great defenders and you don't really have defensive players around the team, now it's just gonna make the team look worse.
Mm-hmm.
And why they doing all that, despite them not liking Trae Young, at least Trae Young in the play-in, Dallas is out of it. Sorry. Yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie has been disrespected. He's a pretty damn good guy. They'll pay a good defensive piece.
Again, once those important to teams, you gotta have a guy like that who's able to do those types of things. Like you gotta be able to rebound, you gotta be able to play lockdown defense and key moments.
Yeah,
but look, Luka ain't slow. Luka only slow when it comes
down. Luka's a slug out there. It's just the fact that he's bigger than everybody in his damn position. It doesn't hurt him. That motherfucker got the slowest move set I've ever seen.
That long ass goddamn
long ass jump shot. But
he went to the right side of Dallas, goddamn, because that was boy Dirk was slow as hell too.
Hey, but think about Dirk Nowitzki, and Dirk Nowitzki, one of my favorite players. That motherfucker was slow, boy, but you ain't blocking that shot. You ain't blocking no 7-footer fading away from the basket. That's like a 9-foot shot. You ain't blocking that.
Mm-hmm.
You was not blocking that.
I'm a single person like Dirk, bro. Dirk was the damn truth.
Mm-hmm. He said, Josh said they traded all their good defense for Kyrie. They can't stop nobody, even though their offense is one of the most efficient. Got to get stops.
That's slow as hell. He got a slow as, even when he be doing the crossover, they be slow as hell. He's as long as you can't do anything.
Yeah. He looks like Gallinari out there. He look like Gallo out there.
He played in a few years too. What? He'll be lining up at the 3-point line, shooting threes, just like Gallinari.
Wait a minute. Hey, look, Michael saying, yeah, he do be moving slow. Yeah, he do. He do, bro.
He's just long. He can't away with it because he's so long. You can't get.
He got that step back. He got that step back. That step back helps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Key Quest here said letting Brunson go to the Knicks was the beginning of the Mavs. Yeah, because because when Luka went down, Brunson carried the torch for that team. And then what ended up happening was the Dallas Mavericks decided not to offer him a contract, and the New York Knicks did. And then now you got Mark Cuban blaming his daddy for him signing with the Knicks when your goofy ass didn't even offer him a contract.
That dude crackhead, man. He doing some man on that powder, bro.
Hey, look, boy, they killing Luka ass right now. He plays that he plays like a 45-year-old at the YMCA. Hey, yo, young blood, let me go ahead and get that ball. Let me show you what I do. Hey, you see that thing wetter than giraffe pussy. Let's go. Yeah.
Oh, bitch, you can't do this, young blood.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. The damn WNBA draft was tonight. I'm gonna have to go and recap that. Let me see. I know. Let me see. Okay, so she did go first overall. Well, that Aaliyah Boston, she went first overall. He said, hold on, wait a minute. Let's see. But all of this is irrelevant because of KD and the Suns are inevitable. But they asses better win the goddamn chip. If the Suns don't win the chip, boy, I'll be like, look at that KD, like, okay, but this is the third team you had a chance to win a championship that was loaded. Oh, y'all ain't shit, bro. He's an old Paul Gasol looking ass. But I thought I just want to get a little basketball conversation going on, man. I think might as well go ahead and wind it down here.
Man said Paul Gasol.
Man, Paul Gasol, boy, that junk. Hold on. I saw somebody did a hot take on here right quick. Hold on. This is the last thing I want to get. I want to make sure I put the music on when I get this. Oh yeah, you know we gotta get the music right for this. All right, man. Here go D. Coleman. Dirk's fadeaway is better than Kareem skyhook. Bullshit. Bro, that motherfucker did nothing but skyhook. The skyhook was his only move he had, and you couldn't stop it. But we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, this is the Cooler Talk Monday. Thought we wanted to end it on a different note. Like I said, make sure you go ahead and continue to support Mad Mike Sports on his road 10K, as well as your boy 6-Man K Styles. We'll be bringing you the 6-Man combo tomorrow. Just stay on the lookout. We're going to figure out what we're going to talk about, what we're going to speak on. Hey, you never know. There'll be a call-in show. So stay tuned for the 6-Man combo tomorrow. And as we say next time, we ain't here to play.
No.
We here to stay. You ain't gotta go home. You sound like you about to step on somebody's forehead. Nah, your thing went out. Your voice thing went out.
That's an inside joke, y'all. Man, these motherfuckers don't know what that means.
I know they don't know it.
Does that sound like you about to curve stomp a motherfucker? That's what it sound like.
Oh boy.